Hello, welcome back. In this video, we will try to understand the flow chart for UGV. Now, why this flow chart is very important? Because we have to tell the UGV that how to proceed and how to do the work. So we have the very important flow chart, and in this flow chart, there are two things which are very important. The first part is a forward path, and the second one is a return path. So forward path means what? The start place to target place is basically called as a forward path. That means you have given one target place to the UGV, and UGV started traveling from start place to the target place. Then it is basically called as a forward path. Great. Now the task of the UGV is over, and UGV started traveling from the target place to the start place. So from where it has actually started. So it is basically called as a return path. So there are two things which we actually need to understand in this. The forward path algorithm and the return path algorithm. Both the flowchart, both the algorithm are very important for us. The reason behind, we don't want to lose our UGV. We want our UGV to actually go to the target, meet the target, and again come back to our original location. Because UGV are very costly. One more thing, if we lose our UGV, there may be a security threat to certain country. So UGV, the loss of UGV is not at all allowed. So what we are going to do? So we are going to design a very nice flow chart or a logical flow chart so that we will not lose our UGV. We are going to incorporate a AI system also inside that so that we will get the maximum reliability. Maximum reliability for our UGV. Okay, great. So forward path, and there are 6 steps we actually need to understand in that. The first, suppose you give some target place to the UGV. So start calculating the distance using GPS. It is must the GPS should be there in the UGV, otherwise it cannot navigate. So the GPS try to calculate the distance, and after that it try to understand whether whatever distance you have provided, it is feasible by the battery status or a petrol status to reach there. If it is not, the mission will not be started. If the GPS could not able to calculate the distance, then it asks the distance from the operator. So the operator have to give some approximate distance to the UGV. And if the UGV found that it is not proportional, the distance which is provided is not proportional to the battery status and the petrol status, the UGV will not start its journey. In the middle of the mission, if the GPS connection is lost or a poor connection, then it asks a help from a local connection. So what is the meaning of local connection? There will be an onboard camera on the UGV. So once the GPS connection is lost, that onboard camera will going to start. That onboard video will be sent to the operator, to the user, and based on that video, the people who are connected to that UGV will try to basically set the UGV from start place to target place. But if both the connection are lost, like local connection is also not there, the GPS is also not there, then system will directly start taking the help of a return path. That is, wherever UGV is there, start place to certain place, it is not reached supposed to the target, then the UGV will start returning from that path. So that is main important part. And in that returning path, we are going to actually take a help of AI, artificial intelligence, so that we will not lose our UGV and our UGV should get returned to the actual start place. Great. So let's try to understand the flow chart which I made for this UGV system. And this flow chart is very long flow chart, but I'll try to explain you in a bit by bit and try to make a simple for you. So let's start. Okay. Now how this flow chart will look like? Okay, let me take it up and zoom it. So first part, this flow chart is basically the forward path flow chart. So first we will start it. After the starting position, what we are going to do, we will the UGV basically asks for a target place. If the target place is not given, it will be in a loop itself. If the target place is given, it will come out of the loop and try to calculate the distance using GPS. Try to calculate the distance using GPS. Once that has been done, that means the calculation of the distance has been done, then it will go for the next part. But if the distance calculation is not possible, it will go to the A. A, so you have to mark this A. We are going to understand this A also again. Okay. So the distance is not able to be calculated, then it will go to the A, not to this path. If the distance has been calculated, then it will check the battery status. Battery and the petrol status should be on the appropriate, so that the UGV can go and again come back to the original location. We don't want our UGV to be lost in a mission. So if the battery status is proper, then it will go to from here to this A. So let me clear this first. So this A and okay. So this flow chart is continue over here. So it will start from this and okay, it will start from this. If the charging is not sufficient, it will give an error that the distance what you have provided is not proportional to the charging or the petrol status. The mission is not possible. But if the battery status is okay, then the navigation using GPS will start. GPS will start. Then in the middle, suppose the GPS connection is lost. Then if the GPS connection is lost, then it will come over here. And if the GPS connection is okay, then it continuously try to navigate through is the target places reach. Is the target places reach? If the target place is reached, it will again start executing the return path algorithm. If the target place is not reached and in middle the GPS connection is lost, it will try to take a help of a local connection. I already told you what is the meaning of local connection. So UGV will be having some onboard camera. That camera will take a picture of the around atmosphere, or we can say environment, and UGV will try to send the video to the operator, and operator will navigate using that video file. Okay. So now suppose if the local connection is not available, then it will go directly to the return path algorithm. If the local connection is available, it actually inform the operator. Now operator will take a help of calculation of a distance. If the distance of the calculation is not possible, then it will go to A. And if the distance is not calculated, it will go to directly return path. Okay, so first part is very much clear that you need to mark down two things. One is a capital A and capital R. So this flow chart is continue in the next part, and that will be capital R and capital A we have to take consideration. Okay, now for the capital A. Now what is the meaning of this capital A? If the distance is not been calculated, here also, if the distance is not calculated by GPS, or if the distance is not calculated by the operator, then what will happen? So let's try to understand this. Okay, so let me explain you one by one what is happening over there. So if the distance is given by the operator, check the status. If it is sufficient, then it will start executing the command navigation by the operator. If the distance which is provided is no has to be here. If the distance has provided is not sufficient, then it will say error, it is not possible. Do you want to modify the distance? It will ask the operator. If no, then it will go to the return path algorithm. And if yes, then it will ask you to modify the distance so that at least you can reach to the reachable place to your territory. So that place you can reach and actually take your UGV back. Like suppose your location is 100 meter and the UGV have the petrol status of 80 meters only. So at least you can give 80 meters and start navigating, and it may come to the nearest place of the start location. Okay. Now, if the target, if the battery and everything is sufficient to transfer the video and other things, start navigating with the help of operator. If everything goes well, then it takes the help of operator to reach from whatever location to the actual location. But if the connection of the operator is lost, then it is again going to go to the return path. So very clear and crystal clear concept of this, very crystal clear concept. Very crystal clear concept. So this way your UGV will go to the return path if the local connection is lost or if the calculation of distance is not possible. So let's go to the next one and try to understand what is there in the return path. So there are so many R you can see over here. So this is basically a return path algorithm. Okay. Now what is there inside the return path? Let's try to understand this. So in the return path, we are basically trying to reach from target place to the starting place. So now the UGV has already reached what location you have provided. Now UGV is trying to come back to the place where it has actually started. So system first wait for a operator signal. If the signal is received, then the process will be start. So you have to tell the UGV that return to the original place. So now first check GPS connection. If the GPS is available, then the navigation will start. If the GPS is not available, then the local connection will be taken as a help. And if both are not available, then the AI system, which we are going to discuss, will take our UGV from the location to the original location. So from wherever it is the location, it is try to come to the original location using artificial intelligence. Okay. So now it basically store the place from where to go and where not to go, and it basically operate on that part. If the operator is not responding, it wait for some time, and if no reply come, then it will go to the auto mode and take a help of artificial intelligence to come back to the original location so that we will not lose our UGV. Great. So let's see how the return path flow chart will look like. Okay, it is also a bigger flow chart, but we'll try to understand how it actually work. Okay. So you might have seen so many times the return path R. So return path, it wait for an operator to reply. If operator reply, then it start doing that. And if the operator is not reply, it go to B. I want you to mark this. It go to B. Okay. If the operator replied, the local connection has been checked, and local connection has been checked. Is local connection is proper? It will inform the operator. If no, then it wait for a few minutes. So let me clear this first and take it to the upper side first. Okay. So if the operator says, okay, if the connection is proper, it inform the operator, and if the operator reply yes, then it will go to B. Is operator reply received? No, this has to be no, then it will go to B. No, if yes, then it will go to B. And if the operator is not replying, then it will go to the auto mode, and that auto mode is AI. Great. Now, if the connection is not proper, then it will wait for a few seconds. Is operator reply? No, then it will go to operator mode, and if yes, it will go to B. So it basically depend on the operator to reply. If there's no reply come, then it will go to the auto mode. So auto mode is X, and if the operator reply, then it will go to the B. But now what is the meaning of B? We will try to see. See here, there's a B is over there here also. Okay, we'll go to the next flowchart and try to understand what is this B is all about. Okay, now first this is auto mode X. So let's try to understand what is there inside this. So in the auto mode, the GPS connection will be checked first. Okay. So GPS connection is no, then it will go to the A, that is auto mode. If the GPS connection is there, it try to navigate using GPS for sure. If everything goes well, then it navigate through GPS itself. And if there's some problem, then it will again go to the A. Now this A, capital A, is basically the auto mode. You might have seen this A in the first slide also. Okay. And if the target place is reached, it will going to stop. So you can see there's a continuation of this flow chart. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Now what is B? You've seen B in the previous slide. So B is basically it checks if the operator reply, it basically check the battery status. If the battery is sufficient, then it will start sending the video and the navigation will start. If the battery is not sufficient, it will go to again E. E is our favorite part, that is auto mode or EI. So navigation using operator, everything goes well, then it reach to the location. If not, then it take a help of a E. Now you might be very curious, what is this E? This is the auto mode. So let's try to see what is there inside that auto mode. That is the artificial intelligence system, which takes our vehicle from any location to the main location where it actually should reach, like from start to even the target location, or from target location to the start location. So let's clear this and go to the next one. And this will be our main part, and that will be capital A. A is a try to retrieve the return path. It basically try to remember the return path. And now the navigation will be through the artificial intelligence. And is the path is reached? If yes, then stop. No, then it is continuously doing that using artificial intelligence. So we are going to design a simulation part over that, and we will put our UGV inside this simulation and try to make sure that this UGV will return to its original target. So this we are going to do in this artificial intelligence using Q learning as a machine learning algorithm. So let me clear this and show you the total part of the flowchart. Okay, you can see all the flowchart are basically connected to each other. We are actually starting with forward path algorithm. So first we are starting with the forward path. What is the meaning of that? Then we made a forward path algorithm. There's a R. Okay, there's a one more R. Great. There's a B. So every flow chart is actually connected to each other. Now it is very difficult to show the full code flow chart in this animation. So what you can do? So what you can do? You can basically take a printout of this. So I'm going to provide you. I'm going to provide you the PDF of this flow chart. You can take a printout of this and directly uh, try to understand. Take that flow, take that printout, just put on your table and try to locate where is A, where is B is going, and you will amaze seeing the flow chart which I made for you, and you will be wonder to see that. Take a printout of that, put on a table and see that. You will understand every part of it. And after that, you just watch this video one more time. Then the things will be very much clear to you. So I hope this part is very much useful to you. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.